What is up, YouTube? Four Leaf Cards here, doing a little contest for wicked discounts. Come on, shake it, Mickey. Come on. Mickey Minnie, get shaken. Wicked Discounts is having a Christmas challenge, if you will. And today's challenge is to do a movie countdown. Top 5 Christmas movies or holiday movies. And that's just not fair. I'm just throwing that out there right now. So, excuse me. There's no way you can just do 5. I mean, we've already watched about 300, and we're not even halfway through the month. So, I've broken it down into 5 decades. You get the 40s, 60s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, and we're going to go through them there. It's not really going to be a countdown. These are all great movies, some of my favorites. I'm probably going to miss some. Hey, everybody's got their own opinion. But this should be a pretty good list if you want to get started. All right, let's go to the 40s. Okay, not too many in the 40s. You know, we're inundated in these new days with lots of movies, but production costs were high. You got I think World War II going on. So if you're looking for some feel-good movies, Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, these are classics. But think about what was going on back in the 40s. You know, like I said, World War II, people needed that. And those movies sufficed for a good long time. Those were the classic Christmas movies. But as you'll see as we get going, we've produced just a whole lot more movies going through forward. But just really awesome movies, classics. And I like watching those, just thinking about what people were thinking about back in that time period. If you've never done that, try that. Watch a movie thinking like you're in World War II, US of A. All right, 60s. So got a little bit of the holiday cough here, but the 60s, some more classics in there. A lot of claymation, animation was really starting to come on. And so the 60s is kind of a cool period. And I've picked out a couple of, I'd call classics out of the 60s. So we get a Charlie Brown Christmas, 1965. You got Frosty the Snowman, one of my favorites actually growing up, 1969 there. And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, you got Abominable Snowman in there. You got the Klondike Guy, claymation really at its finest. Well, at its beginning, I guess. And I'd say the beginning is the finest. So I'm going to stick with that. There's the 60s. Here's the 80s. A lot more stuff going on in the 80s. So I had to weed it out a little bit, looking for some real classics in there. You know, I don't want you to waste your time, you know, if you're really looking to watch a Christmas movie, a holiday movie. But, man, A Christmas Story, that's a classic. The pink pajamas, you know, sticking your tongue to the flagpole, you're gonna shoot your eye out. You know, the leg lamp. I mean, it's funny in so many ways, and it's just a kind of a classic story of a kid growing up, you know, around the holidays. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I mean, the lights on the house, the RV pumping sewage into the sewers. And then if you're looking for a little Disney in your life, Mickey's Christmas Carol. We just actually watched that one yesterday, Saturday, and kids loved it. You know, it's a traditional story with a Mickey take on it. Not to be confused with a Muppet Christmas Carol, which we also watched yesterday. But anyway, Home Alone, a little bit of a holiday time movie, but you could probably watch that one throughout the year. It's kind of like Gremlins. Gremlins is kind of maybe an honorable mention here, but Gremlins takes place around the holiday season as well. If you're looking for something a little more scary, if you will. The Santa Claus, we watched this one this weekend as well. Tim the Toolman Taylor, or Tim Allen, 1994. And then there's a couple series that go with it, but the original Santa Claus is kind of the good one, I think. It just sets it all up. And then the Muppet Christmas Carol, traditional story with a Muppet take on it. Really fun. Kids like that one. The 2000s, there's a lot of stuff. Even the 90s, a lot of like Lifetime movies. A lot of, a girl goes home for Christmas, meets the guy, from the hometown. And those aren't, I mean, those are good movies. They're feel good stuff, but they're like 5,000 of them. I'm looking for stuff that's really standing out. So, right at the top here, Elf. I mean, classic. Little known fact there. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if that's not a fact. I heard that Will Ferrell was worried to do that movie because he thought it might flop and make him look bad. But man, that is a classic. And boy, did he pull off Elf. What a great actor. Okay, I got the Grinch on here. I got a couple. There's a new Grinch out. I mean, the old Grinch is pretty good. I can't remember when the old Grinch came out. This one of the 60s, maybe. But there's a new Grinch out. It's pretty good. And man, do we love the Jim Carrey version from 2000. So I had to put that one on there. But the Grinch is just a classic holiday movie as well. Bad Santa. Okay, that's not really one for the kids, but it's a different spin. It's not a traditional Christmas story. That's kind of one where you might want to have a frosty cold beverage and sit back and watch that with your adult friends. Anyway, Polar Express. That's the kids love that one. Just a really cool story and a lot of magical kind of feeling in there. And I put Christmas Chronicles in here. This 2018 is a newer one. We just watched this one a couple times here already this year. And you got Kurt Russell as Santa, kind of a newer version of Santa. I really like Kurt Russell as Santa in that movie. So there it is. 5-decade countdown, really. But these are the classics. I mean, boy, if I had to pick, I'm going to pick, so let's do this. Let's pick one from each decade. I'm going to go with Miracle on 34th Street in the 40s. Let's go to the 60s. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with Rudolph. I mean, that one's just, the claymation is just awesome. Where's the 80s? 80s. Oh, man. Can you feel my brain going right now? Oh, man, that's a tough one. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with... Holy smokers, I can't pick here. I'm like frozen. I'm going to go with... I'm going with National Lampoons. Just more funny, I guess. I don't know. That was a tough one. I was a Christmas Story and National Lampoons. Okay, 90s. Oh, man. Home Alone. I love the scenes where they do all that, where they get the robbers all going. That's a classic one, man. Muppet Christmas Carol's pretty... I mean, Santa Claus is good, but Muppet Christmas Carol and Home Alone... I'm going to go with Home Alone. It's funnier. I think I'm leaning toward funny. Okay, Elf, the Grinch, man. I'm going to weed out Bad Santa. Christmas Chronicles was good, but I'm going to weed it out. Jim Carrey, Grinch is good. Polar Express. I mean, Elf is so classic right now. All right, I'm going with Elf. There, I picked 5. But I'm not going to hold it against any of them. So there's my my kind of countdown out of the decades. And if you haven't checked out Wicked Discounts, please do so. He's doing an awesome, Wicked Family, I guess, is doing a awesome Christmas challenge. Please check in there. Do a video. These are awesome. What are your favorite movies? There's one with a song countdown. But anyway, let's do some videos. Get this out. Lots of holiday cheer going on. So... some of you might be watching this, might not be a card people, but this is a sports card channel. So I usually sign off saying, hey, if you're opening anything up, best of luck to you guys. Don't forget to collect to connect. That kind of goes with everything. And have an awesome day.